all those people that took that money, who said, we will take the curse on us and our children.
That's crazy. That's absolute insanity to talk.
I was sitting there and said that, and I think I said it. I was like, I angered. I was like, nope, nope. I said it. I don't know if people heard it, but I was like, nope.
I think I did.
No, I was like, me, no, sir.
Yeah.
Mm.
Why? Why?
Oh,
You say something like that?
Questions that we'll never know the answers to. I don't think.
Well,
I mean, we know we can derive some form of activity about why, but
demonically inspired.
To be inside the mind of a person to allow that, like, and I'm not a great person. I'm a great person now. I was not a great person when I was younger.
Yeah.
But even in all of my heathenistic attitude, my actions, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that there was a God and that He was judging me. I might not have cared in the moment, but I knew. I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, man, this is not good, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm still having fun, but to have people, and mind you, this is post scourge, so he's scourged, he's bleeding to death in front of them, and they're going, no, we'll let the blood be on us and our generations. Like,
what are you talking about?
What are we doing?
No, not we. Them.
I mean, yeah, what? Like, I don't
want to be a part of any of that.
We as a human species, are we our brother's keeper? Absolutely, you are your brother's keeper. We should be out there telling our brothers about Jesus, no questions asked. Yeah. Doesn't matter where you find yourself. Doesn't matter what the complications or implications might be. Yes, we are brother's keepers. So what are we as humans, and what were they as a people, as a religious, devoted Jewish people who followed the one true God that they so claim? Mm-hmm. What were they doing? They never treated any high priest like this. But Jesus comes on the scene and goes, no, I'm just fulfilling prophecies, which is what which is what He called us to do. Yeah. It's like, all right, go do great works and greater works. Fulfill the prophecies that have your name beside them. But you don't judge any high priest up to this point like this. No. Or at least the Jews didn't. Obviously, there were other civilizations that killed the prophets and had them murdered. But now you get a man who is proclaiming God. Mind you, he wasn't saying he was God at this point. No. He hadn't declared that he was God. They were proclaiming he was God. They were right. They were just too blinded by their own, I don't want to say inhibitions, because there wasn't inhibitions. They were too blinded by their own, the word escapes my brain. By their own wants, by their own desires, that they couldn't see it. Yeah. Their own aspirations of what they wanted to be. Yeah. That they couldn't see it. They knew it. They were proclaiming it by their mouths. But even Ananias, the high priest, could one man die that all should be saved? Prophesying that you're prophesying what's going to happen. Yeah. You just were too blinded by your own greed, by your own own wants to see it. But look at the world now. We're doing the same stuff. I mean, we're not. Obviously, we know the truth, but the world is lying to itself. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, but I could throw a football down the center of Harrisburg, and there's a church that's talking about Jesus. They're all lying to themselves in some way, shape, or form because they're not living the way they're supposed to. I'm not going to say they are, but I'm not going to say they're not. Yeah. Because currently, Harrisburg is a very dark place. Maybe your city is the same. Maybe your town's the same. But why? If there's churches, shouldn't there be light being cast? Absolutely. Not shadows. Yeah. So again, I'll ask the people watching, what are we as a people doing? Are we sit there and say, I can sit there and say, I would never do that. I would never say that. I would never would. But those guys did. Those people did. The same people, to draw back. The same people that are saying crucify him a week earlier were going, Hosanna. Yep. Come in, and this is fantastic. Come in like a conquering king. Mm-hmm. I mean, he did conquer. He did. But not in the way they thought he was going to. Yeah. And he kind of made everyone, he kind of without calling out, he kind of called out that wickedness and that unrighteousness and that religion by what he went through. Like, all right, I'm dying for what? I'm dying for you, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm dying for you. But what am I dying for? I've done nothing wrong. Pilate can't find anything wrong with me. Herod can't find anything wrong with me. But my own people are calling for me to be killed, trying to silence the movement of the Holy Spirit, which is what this was. It was a movement of the Holy Spirit. And here we are, 2025, and what are all the pastors saying? There's a move in the Holy Spirit going out in all the world right now. I mean, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God is so good.
He is.
God is so good, man.
It's just a lot to take in.
It really is.
I mean, we've gone over these passages. We have talked about these events for many, many years, and I still find something in every single one of these biblical truths that just give me just more of a justification as to why I believe in him and what he did. Because we can go through these scriptures, this life, this word, this breath of God, this ruach, and we can relive the accounts. We can just within our own minds, within the scope of how we can even comprehend
within our ability to comprehend.
And at the end of the day, you realize, man, he saved me.
Yeah.
He did this all for me. And every single time I open this account, this real life event, I get so much more from it every time.
Yeah.
I mean, I encourage you guys, like when you are when you're going and you're reading and you're getting into the word, don't just take it off of surface level. I love the fact that when we're going through our forge, when we're doing our men's forge, we have these Bible readings, which I need to do today. We have these readings that we go over. You can call them devotionals. However, I mean that's the common phrase, but people can so people can understand. But when you read the word, read it for the first time just to get familiar with it, understand. Read it another time. Really start dissecting it. Third way through, make it personal.
Yes.
And understand that everything that he did and everything that is in this book is for your benefit, is for you to find victory in every single battle that you're going to face. God is so good. I mean, it really, today, there are some things that, that really hit home for me, and things that I know that never really kind of just made more sense, or kind of had more of a realization. Like, I knew about the scourging, I knew about all that. When we saw that weapon today, that brought a whole different just perspective.
Yeah.
And it just kind of brought it more home. I didn't slump in my chair out of pity for him. I slumped in my chair today for the sole fact that I felt a weight that I could never, ever take off of me. I couldn't do it myself. He did it for me. And it just gives you an appreciation of everything that he's done and will continue to do throughout our lives.
Absolutely.
And will continue to do as we are led by the Spirit of God, as we continue to crucify our flesh every single day. I'm telling you, I'm thinking about taking a scourge to my flesh every single day. I don't know if that sounds blasphemous in any way, shape, or form, but I think that's how we should approach each and every single day of our lives. We are in a battle. We are victorious. We need to understand that there is an enemy that is coming after us every single day, bombarding not just us, but our children and our generation and our communities, that we need to set aside our wants and our needs and our fleshly desires to be able to be an impact in a community that needs it more than we do.
Yes.
We benefit from him. We then make sure that the community at large will benefit.
Yes.
Because we are led by the Spirit of God. And through that scourging that we need to continue to do every single day, we need to scourge our flesh. We need to beat down every single thought, take it captive, and rein it in and ensure that it is of the will of God and that it is Spirit-inspired, Holy Spirit-inspired.
Yes.
Because that is what needs to be subject. We need to subject our flesh and our spirits to him. As we are spirit-led beings, we are led by his Spirit. And the only way we do that is through this word, through the will of God, every single day. And we can take as many notes as we can, which is wonderful and beautiful.